Hi guys, and if you've been watching me for a while, we have a new background. I got a new comforter. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it, but we built a headboard too. It's up there, but yeah, we have a new background, and I love this comforter. I love the colors and everything. So anyways, we're slowly but surely getting our room and our house put together. It's just going to take years on years on years, I'm sure. But today we're going to do my Pan That Palette update. Oh my goodness, I forgot to check. I think like 4 or 5 maybe. There were a couple months I didn't update, so like last year I would know the update based on the month, but this year I don't. So we're just gonna get started. I weigh my palette each month, and the palette that I have is the Sephora 2011 Blockbuster palette. Like I said, I weigh it. So the beginning of the year it started at 883 grams, and it is down to 829 grams. So it just looks like this. So we'll go through each compartment and kind of explain a little bit more about everything, but yeah, the eyeshadow is always so crumbly, even though I try and clean it up. Looks like this now. There are 35 pans. Last month there were 29. I left this one because I do clear them out because and I tried to leave more of it, but once I hit a decent amount of pan, like this big circle pan, then I call it done. I don't try and use up all this around it just because it does start crumbling off. And these are 2011 shadows, so they're super old shadows and they're super powdery, and so they keep clogging up my sink. But especially when you do hit pan, then they just like start chunking off, and so I use all the shadows until they hit pan, and then it gets a lot harder to use them. I try to use them until, this one like I said is a little bit bigger, but till you can see that kind of inner circle. I try to use them until that pan's that big, and then I will crush them up, just because then I don't have to deal with so much fallout, because these are really powdery. And there's 96 of them, and it's going to be a challenge because I didn't use it for a few months to really use it up. And this last month we went on vacation. If you follow my vlog channel, it's linked down below, and I will try to link it at the end of this video as well. You will know where we went, but I didn't bring this with me when I went, so there wasn't as much progress, but we're making some progress. I'm going to be working on this the green shadows on this row, and then the purple shadows this month. So I'm going to try and work on the green and blue, and then some of this like yellow and orange I use as a crease color. I have it on today, and it's not they're super pigmented, but I can make them look really nice because I have these 2 shimmery shades on the lid. And it's like, if you can see it, it works with my eyes. And so, but the greens I'm going to try and use this month, and some of the purples. So it's going to be my 2 columns. I want to get as close to like just neutral colors as I can by October. So in the next like 2 months I really want to use up like all the like colored, and just have neutrals for October, November, December. But if I don't, then that's okay. If you have not been watching these Pan That palettes, I would definitely recommend to check out the playlist. But there are lip products down here. There's 84 of them, I believe, and I started using them, and they were just a pain to use, and I realized they were 6 years old, so it's probably not a smart thing to use, and I have a ton of lip products I need to use up anyways, so I'm not using those. So if you know this palette and you know there's lip products under there, that's kind of why I'm not using it. But there are, down here, there were mascaras, which were dried up, so I didn't use them. 2 eyeliners. I used up the black one, kind of dried up, and the brown one is lost. That and a cream blush just like disappeared. I have no idea where it's at. I've been looking for it for weeks, and we like moved the bed when we built the headboard, and it's not under there. I have no idea where they're at. So these are the 4 products I have left. I have this bronzer, which is super pigmented and shimmery, and so I've been trying to use this. I'm hoping it's going to be gone the next couple months. And then I have these 2 blushes, which I've been mixing right now. I think in October I'm going to just switch to this blush and probably mix these 2 blushes for a while until it's gone. But I don't know yet because I haven't started this blush. I really need to. I was hoping by August, but obviously it's August and I have these two to finish. So I'm going to use these two in at least August, and I'll tell you again in September what I'm going to do with blushes and just see how far I get, because I do start work on Monday. Today is the 12th, it's a Saturday, so on the 14th I do start work, and so I will be wearing makeup every single day, and a decent amount of it every single day, because there are days like I just wear a cream blush or I just wear these blushes, but I'll be like wearing like a full face like am wearing today, instead of just like a BB cream and like a cream blush or something like that, if that makes sense. So I'll be wearing like eyeshadow and blushes and stuff, and so I just feel more like professional that way too. Like I would go to school in a BB cream for sure, but I feel like I look older with makeup on, which I appreciate when I'm trying to have authority over little people. So anyways, that is my Pan That palette. I really wanted to use up 11 shadows and I only used up 6 this month, so I'm hoping next month we can maybe use up 12 or 13. I know that's a ton, but I have been using there's some, I don't know if you can see, but there's some green and purple shadows up there that have some good dips in them. So I don't know if it'll take, like these aren't just brand new shadows now. So I could possibly use up quite a bit. And I always use, I almost always use 2 shades, like mix 2 shades on the lids and mix 2 or 3 shades for the crease and mix 2 or 3 shades for a brow bone highlight. That's what I always do, and that's how I get through some of these big palettes, is because I mix the shades. I don't just use one, and so I kind of mix them, and yeah, so that helps a lot. And then like I said, I don't use up all the shadows because there are so many. I think when I have less eyeshadows in a palette, I'll use it up more, like every single thing, unless it's just super powdery, because then once it just starts breaking, it's not worth it anymore to me. So if I hit pan and use a decent amount of every single shadow, I'll be a-okay and wonderful with it. So anyways, I wanted to show you my Pan That palette. Let me know what you're doing for our Pan That palette, or if you're doing anything like that, and I will talk to you next month. Hopefully we got some more progress. Definitely subscribe so you can see my project polish. Here's a hint of it, and I will talk to you later. That video is coming up on Thursday, so subscribe so you don't miss it.